The Indiana State Police can trace its roots back to 1921 when the Indiana Motor Vehicle Police was formed. 16 officers were appointed to the new department. They were empowered to arrest vehicle thieves and to enforce Indiana traffic safety laws. In 1933, the Indiana State Police Department was created when the Indiana General Assembly merged 3 Indiana agencies, including the Indiana Motor Vehicle Police, the Indiana Accident Reporting and Recording Bureau, and the Indiana Criminal Investigations Bureau. The Indiana State Police Act, passed by the Indiana General Assembly in 1937, still serves as the foundation of the Indiana State Police Authority. Indiana State Police responsibilities have grown to include duties unheard of when the department was created. For close to 30 years, the Evansville Post was located on property of the Evansville Dress Regional Airport. On February 19, 1980, the Evansville Post was relocated to a new facility on US 41 at Interstate 64. The new installation occupies approximately 19,000 square feet of floor space, and it's situated on 6 acres. The post is more than 10 years old. However, the officers, past and present, have maintained the building and grounds in inspection condition and have passed on a proud tradition of pride to today's trooper. In 1989, a firing range was built beside the post. This range was conceived by Ron Langford, a local businessman who spearheaded the campaign which resulted in the modern range being built by volunteer corporations and individuals without cost to the taxpayer. The Evansville Post houses the area headquarters commanded by the area captain who oversees the operation of 3 state police posts, including Evansville. The area captain has a staff of criminal investigators, 1 area criminal coordinator, a public affairs specialist, a secretary, and 2 pilots. 1 helicopter and 1 fixed-wing aircraft is also assigned to the area captain. The Evansville Post serves 6 counties in southwestern Indiana: Vanderburgh, Posey, Warwick, Gibson, Pike, and Knox counties. The post is manned around the clock by sworn officers and by communications officers, receiving information and reports from police agencies and from the public. The requests which call for action are dispatched to troopers and criminal investigators in the field and to other appropriate police agencies. Telecommunications operators maintain contact between officers and other agencies throughout the tri-state and the nation as the need arises. Telecommunications operators perform a variety of duties, including retrieving information from central repository computer files located at state police headquarters and from the National Crime Information Center in Washington, D.C. Radio and telephone conversations are automatically recorded in the event that the information would need to be examined later for administrative or court use. State police detectives are assigned to work closely with troopers investigating crimes. The district laboratory crime scene technician also assists the investigative procedure by processing crime scenes, photographing and collecting evidence, and by court testimony. The Evansville Post houses a regional state police forensic laboratory, one of 4 state police labs throughout the state. Forensic services are offered without charge to all police agencies. The Evansville Laboratory serves law enforcement agencies in 27 counties. The forensic disciplines offered include fingerprint comparison, polygraph examinations, blood and bodily fluid analysis, stain analysis, firearm and ballistics comparison, tool mark and trace evidence comparison, hair and fiber comparison, drug analysis, and complete photography support. Accident reports, criminal case reports, arrest records, and administrative records are all processed in a prompt and efficient manner by Evansville Post secretaries. In addition to filing and processing the reports, The secretaries assist by answering numerous phone calls and referring the caller to the appropriate officer. Since communications is the lifeblood of law enforcement, the equipment must be maintained in top working order. The radio technician maintains the radios, radar, and VASCAR equipment used by the personnel assigned to the Evansville Post. Troopers assigned to the Evansville Post respond to emergencies in vehicles which are kept in top mechanical condition by the 2 full-time mechanics assigned to the post. Although a trooper is assigned to live in a particular county, the job responsibility is far from restricted by county lines. Troopers are regularly assigned to investigate accidents and crimes in other district counties and are called upon to quell large civil disturbances, direct traffic, or work crowd control at large sporting events throughout the state. Their work often requires them to be away from home for several days at a time. Drinking and driving is a full-time enforcement effort of the Indiana State Police. During the summer months, the Indiana State Police teams up with the Indiana Excise Police and the Indiana Conservation officers to stop underage drinking. Sobriety checkpoints are also used by troopers throughout the year, especially during major holiday weekends. Troopers also volunteer to serve on specialty teams, such as our emergency response teams, commonly referred to in television programs as SWAT. These officers are equipped with special weapons, tear gas, and other state-of-the-art tactical equipment. They train once a month, and they handle extremely dangerous functions such as hostage situations, raids on criminal activities involving armed persons, and conduct search and surveillance operations on marijuana growers, to name but a few of the situations encountered by this highly trained team. Another specialty group is the scuba team. The scuba divers are often called upon to dive in adverse conditions to recover bodies, vehicles, or evidence which is suspected to be in the natural lakes or in one of the many deep stripper pit lakes throughout the Evansville district or the Ohio or Wabash rivers. Still, other state police officers do explosive ordnance disposal work. The volunteers receive special training in methods and techniques in disarming bombs and disposing of old dynamite and other explosives which are discovered within the district. Many of the state police officers in the Evansville district serve on the tactical intervention team. Wearing helmets, gas masks, and carrying shields and batons, these officers are on call and may be summoned to disperse any unruly, criminally minded crowd. These troopers are impressive adversaries for any threatening group. Working closely with troopers are the motor carrier inspectors. These officers enforce laws pertaining specifically to trucks and receive detailed training on federal, DOT, and state laws involved in that specialized field. In the Evansville district, motor carrier inspectors use portable scales to ensure compliance with the important laws relating to maximum weights permitted on the highways. These officers also assist in the annual inspection of every school bus in the 6-county Evansville district. The hazardous materials specialist investigates vehicles involved in the transportation of hazardous materials throughout the district. This officer is also summoned to every spill of suspected hazardous materials. The Evansville Post is made up of men and women who are proud to serve and protect, proud of their heritage with the Indiana State Police. Many of the calls the trooper responds to involves an element of risk. 30 Indiana State Police officers have been killed in the line of duty. 2 of the slain officers are from the Evansville Post. Trooper William Joe Trees was killed in a traffic accident in Gibson County on June 26, 1972, while pursuing a violator. And Sergeant John E. Hatfield was killed on April 13, 1987, while leading the emergency response team into a Posey County residence to arrest a suicidal suspect. The troopers, detectives, and civilians assigned to the Evansville Post are under the command of the district lieutenant and his executive officer, the first sergeant. It takes a special person to be a state police officer, a person with self-discipline, and dedication. A person who cares about people, law and order, and who is willing to set an example which hopefully others will follow.